Ron DeSantis has officially signed a 6-week abortion ban in Florida. This is obviously a great move. It is good for DeSantis, whether he wants to run in 2024 or not. It is a very good move. This is something that almost all Republicans can get behind, and if there is a Republican that can't even get behind a 6-week abortion ban, they are not a Republican at all. This is something that, yeah, it will only help him in potential primaries, and it's also just good for the overall movement. It is an objectively good thing. DeSantis signing this law or this ban, essentially, what it's doing is it's just going to save lives. I think most of us at this point understand that life begins at conception. If you kill a baby in the womb, it is murder. So, signing this law that makes it illegal to kill a baby after 6 weeks is only going to save lives. It is objectively good. Is it far enough? Of course not. If we can understand that life begins at conception, which most biologists can get behind, I believe the number is it's like 95% at the minimum. That might be shooting a little low, but it's pretty well understood that life begins at conception. So signing a ban at 6 weeks, it's honestly pretty arbitrary, right? There isn't much of a reason to mark the date where, oh yeah, you can't kill them anymore after 6 weeks. It's kind of dumb. There's not really a reason to wait that long. It should be at conception. There should be a complete abortion ban, with the only exception being when the woman's life is in danger. Anything else is allowing for more death. But it is still a step in the right direction to have this 6-week ban. And it's something that you can get more people behind. An outright ban, obviously, is kind of bad politically, which I don't even like that because I don't like that argument because saving lives is just worth it. Even if it's going to hurt us a little bit in the political run, it's going to save so many lives where it will be worth it. I fully believe that this is something, even if it does hurt us, even if it will hurt us in getting elected, this is something that has to happen. We need to get an abortion ban. And hopefully we'll get one nationwide eventually. But a state like Florida, they have a complete supermajority. Republicans own everything. We got the governorship, supermajorities in the House, the Senate. There needs to be a ban. The fact that there isn't a ban makes Florida look not so great. And obviously, look, they're doing good work there. I respect a lot of the things DeSantis has done, and I think he has been a very good governor. But we need to start getting the work. We need to start working towards a complete ban, especially in states like Florida where we have a supermajority. If we fail, if we actually manage to fail to get a ban in Florida before we lose this supermajority, then that would be one of the biggest failures of the Republican Party ever. This is something that needs to happen. We need to save lives, and this is a way to do it by completely banning it outright. But look, we aren't that's not going to happen immediately, obviously, because you can't get people behind that, at least not on a mass scale, and these guys' job is to get reelected. Unfortunately, even if it's not good for the overall society, they have to do the moves that will get them reelected. So don't be shocked if we don't see an outright ban, and it's completely understandable why it hasn't happened right now. But it's something that we need to be pushing for. So 6 weeks, good thing. It's going to help Florida. It's making Florida a better state, and it raises my respect for DeSantis a little bit. But it's certainly not far enough, and we can't stop pushing this issue. We need to continue to remind not just DeSantis, but all Republican politicians that 6 weeks is not enough. 6 weeks is not what we want to settle on. 6 weeks, we need to keep pushing. We need to push for conception. Because if you agree that life begins at conception, but you're still willing to allow abortion for any time after that, that isn't an exception for the mother's life, that's just evil. That is just murder. It is the sacrifice of a human child, and that is just inherently satanic. I mean, it's no surprise that the Satanic Church is the number one supporter of abortion. They have, of course, always been huge fans of baby sacrifice. So, look, we're on the right side, obviously, because we're opposing the Satanists. And I feel like that's usually a good sign. When the Satanists don't like you, that means you're probably doing something right. So let's keep pushing for this. Let's keep moving in the right direction. DeSantis is continuing to be a very good leader for what we want our governors to look like. I still like Trump in the primaries. I still think Trump is a better candidate for president. And I do think he has a better chance of winning than DeSantis just because I think Trump has a better shot at Pennsylvania. And if we don't get Pennsylvania, we're not going to win the election. I'm a little bit worried about 2024. I don't know if we're going to win it, but if we have a chance, it's going to be with Trump. And if we get a guy in, I want it to be Trump over DeSantis. I do think he makes a better president. I like Trump more than I like DeSantis. I still think DeSantis is a politician by heart, and it's better to have an outsider. What we really need is an outsider, and that's what Trump represents. But this is a great move for DeSantis. And if he does end up being our president, that is something that DeSantis is someone I can get behind. Even even if Trump even though I think Trump is better, DeSantis is proving himself as someone that I at the very least can support. And I suggest as a party we need to all get behind one candidate. The thing I would respect DeSantis the most for is if he never declares and he doesn't run in 2024 and he gives it to Trump. Because what we need right now is a unified party that can get behind one candidate and push him through to beat Joe Biden. And then if DeSantis does that, I will fully support him in 2028. That would be one of the best moves he can make for the overall party. Maybe for himself, for selfish reasons, it would be good for him to run in 24. I honestly don't even think it would. I think he has a better shot to not. But as a overall party for the country, if DeSantis really wants the Republicans to win in 24 and he really truly deeply cares about this country, he will not run. He will let Trump run. He will back Trump. We can unite the party and we can beat Biden by outvoting because that's all it is now, ballot harvesting. The side that can get more people out to vote is the side that's going to win. So we need a unified party that can get every possible voter out to vote for Trump. And the DeSantis can come in 2028 if he's still interested, which I'm sure he will be. And at that point, I think it will be his time. And he's making good moves. So hopefully we can see Florida continue to push in this direction. We are seeing it become a safe state. It's going to become a safe state very soon for the Republicans. And the change has been drastic and it's been amazing. Florida is what they've done in Florida, what the Republican Party has done in Florida is truly astonishing. But they need to cap this off by shortening the 6 week ban to a complete ban, with, as I said before, the only exception being when the mother's life is in danger. But I'm going to sign off on that note. So if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share the video. I greatly appreciate it. So long. Peace out, and God bless y'all.